have energy today. Then your breakfast? Okay, very good. How about Carlene? Roger? Okay, it's nice to hear that. So you have to remember, you have to always eat your breakfast before you go to school, for you to have energy to do your task today. Okay. So anyone can lead us a prayer? Yes, Josie. Okay, will you stand? Okay. Amen. Please be seated. So before we start, I would like to check first the attendance. Carlene is present. Josie, Abigail, Carl. Carl. Okay, only Carl is absent. Okay, so Carl is absent for today. Okay, so before we start, let's have a simple review from our previous lesson yesterday. Okay, so what is ecology? Yes, Darwin, very good. So what are the different ecological relationships? Okay, very good, Miriam. Okay, so before we start, I would like to present to you some pictures. Okay, as you can see, there are four pictures in the screen. So what relationships are depicted from the pictures? Okay, yes, Alma. Okay, it's a husband and wife relationship. What else? Okay, an animal and human relationships. Now the question is, relationships only applicable to human? Yes, Darwin? No, very good. Okay, so this morning we'll talk about different relationships. Relationship from human to animal, from animal to animal, or from plants to animal. Okay, so what do you think, based from the picture, what do you think will be our lesson for today, Catherine? Yes, it's all about ecological relationships. Okay, you can see there, we have different pictures, and later on, you're going to identify what relationships are those in the pictures. So before we start, I would like to present to you a video clips entitled Symbiosis. I will going to present to you a video clips entitled Symbiosis, Surprising Tale of a Species by David Kale. So you're going to watch the video clips and identify the different interactions you can see.
Are you familiar with the word symbiosis? It's a fancy term for partnership between two different species, such as bees and flowers. In a symbiosis, both species depend on each other. I want to tell you about a remarkable symbiosis between a little bird, the Clark's nutcracker, and a big tree, the whitebark pine. Whitebark grow in the mountains of Wyoming, Montana, and other western states. They have huge canopies and lots of needles, which provide cover and shelter for other plants and animals. And whitebark feed the forest. The cones are packed with protein. Squirrels gnaw the cones from the upper branches so they fall to the ground and then race down to bury them in piles or middens. But they don't get to keep all of them. Grizzlies, black bears,
Okay. Okay, so you have watched the video clip, right? Okay, so before we start the activity, I would like to present to you first the objectives of our lesson. Okay, Catherine, will you read the first objective? Okay, thank you. Okay, the second objective, will you read, Alma? Okay, so those are our objectives today. Okay, so let's go back from the video. Okay, so from the video, you're going to find your partner by twos. Okay, it is a group activity. Okay, so you can find your partner. It's either a member of two or three members. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill in the template on the board. You're going to write the name of organism as depicted in the video. What happens to the organism in the relationship? And in the third column, the type of ecological relationships shown in the video. So I will give you 3 minutes to accomplish your task. Okay, very good. It seems that you are well prepared today.
A few moments later.
Last 1 minute, last seconds. Okay, pass your output. So let's proceed to our discussion. So, anyone can read what is symbiosis?
A few moments later.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Alma. Okay, so there are different ecological relationships. First is what we call mutualism. So will you read what is mutualism, Anna?
10 seconds later.
Okay, thank you, Anna, for reading. Okay, example of mutualism is very good. The bee and a flower. What else? What example of mutualism do you know? What else? The clownfish and a seaweed. Okay. Now is the ants and plants. Okay, very good. Very good observation, Alma. Okay. Yes, the second ecological relationship is commensalism. So will you read what is commensalism?
A few moments later.
Very good, Teddy. Okay. So can you cite example of commensalism you observe in the environment? Very good. A bird on the top of a carabao. We always see that, yes? Especially in our barrio. No? Okay. Very good. Exactly. The carabao and the bird, or the bird on the carabao. Another example, will you cite another example of commensalism? Yes, April? Precisely. An orchid in the trunk of a tree. So let's see. Okay, definitely you are correct. Orchids and trees is an example of what relationship? Okay, right. Commensalism. Next is about parasitism. Another ecological relationship is parasitism. So will you read this? What is parasitism, Anna?
10 seconds later.
Okay, so anyone can set an example of parasitism you observe in the environment? Yes, precisely. Mosquito and human. So mosquito is an example of parasite that depends on human blood. Okay, very good, April. Next, another. What else? Inside our body, can you cite example of parasite or a parasitic relationship? Yes, definitely, you're correct, Mark. A worm inside our body, like tapeworm. What else? Roundworm. You can get roundworm when you do not wash your hands properly before you take your food. So you always remember you have to wash your hands properly. Okay. So in a relationship, this always the predation. So what is predation? Okay, right. So there is always a predator and a prey. Okay. What is predator? Okay, yes. Very good. Will you set example of predator? Okay, correct. Example is a lion. How about prey? Okay, example of prey is a mouse. Okay? So that is a predator and prey relationship. So from the picture, you can see there, the prey is a mouse and the predator is the lion. So the lion will eat the mouse. Another example. Yes, very good, Anna. How about the second picture? Very good. You are a good observer. Another. Okay, in the river, you always see that. Okay, precisely, cruise. Yes, that's good observation. How about this? Okay, mosquito and a frog. And, of course, inside the cat and the mouse. Okay, so very good. There is predation and prey. There is always competition. Okay. Yes. Now you're going to bring out 1/4 sheet of paper. And from the picture, this is an individual task. You're going to write what relationships are depicted in the picture. Identify the predator. Identify the prey. Okay? So I will give you 1 minute to answer the task.
A few moments later.
Time's up. Your 1/4 sheet of sheet of paper in your hand. Okay. So before we proceed, I would like to present to you first the symbiosis. We have the symbiosis diagram. Now you're going to analyze the diagram. Now, do you have any questions, class? Okay. So what are the ecological relationships? Anna, very good. What else? April, yes. Mutualism, what else? Commensalism, precisely. Now, how can you identify this relationship in the environment? Very good. Why is it important that ecological relationship exists? Okay, yes, Anna. Definitely, you are correct. How, okay, for the third question, how are you going to appreciate the relationship you observe in the environment? Okay, very good. Now, let's proceed to your activity proper. So, group yourselves into 5. Okay, I will give you 20 seconds to group yourselves into 5.
A few moments later.
You have already grouped yourselves into 5. Now, who's the first group? Oh, you're going to pick from the box what group you belong. Or what I mean, what is the number of your group rather. Okay? So this one, you pick. Okay, next. Okay, next. Next. Okay, so this is the instruction. So you have already grouped yourselves, right? So we have 5 groups. Okay, in each group, you're going to pick a paper here. This one, a rolled paper. So this rolled paper contains ecological relationship. Example, there is an example here. Example, mutualism. So if you pick mutualism, you're going to act it out. You understand? You're going to act mutualism relationship. So it's up to you to identify what animals you're going to present in order to act mutualism. Do you understand? Okay, so I will give you 2 to 3 minutes to conceptualize your acting. Okay? Okay? 3 minutes is already consumed. Okay, so group number 1, will you present your acting? What relationships you're going to show it unto us? Okay, mutualism. Go.
Meanwhile.
Good. How about group 2? Precisely.
A few moments later.
Okay, very good. How about group 3? Okay, parasitism.
10 seconds later.
Okay, very good. Okay, based from your performances, it seems that you really understood our lesson. Okay, so bring out 1 for change.